And we live. Okay. Shout out to the legendary Rogedi Baba on this one, classic. And shout out to my friend Adigun Lakumeji. Oshé Kodere. Baba Mikel.
I don't switch from smile to frown. I'm tired of so-called hip-hop heads whispering that I ain't holding it down. Say I don't change from the way I be before. Say now they split for vision. They prefer me when I be hardcore. Like when I drop what it can split the airwaves. But financially that left me grounded like Nigerian Airways. What if I change it, I only do 1 or 2 shows? What if them don't pay me well enough to buy one good
Ladies and gentlemen, this song is 13 years ago.
Had a hand and let me know what it'll take for me to rearrange and eventually blow. While you sit around and talk shit, our elders mock our shit cause about too much metaphorical outer space.
Shit.
When some rap, they don't know where they come from. Back then, 2 rappers on stage was like.
Shout out to everybody listening to us tonight. Shout out to you anywhere you're listening from. Shout out to you if you're in Lagos, if you're in Abuja, if you're in Calabar, if you're in London, if you're in New York, if you're in Atlanta, if you're in Chicago, if you're in Houston, Texas. Big shout out to you guys, man. Thank you for all your support. We're back, okay? Speak small, see your mother tongue. Say the people, say, they want to know.
And we need,
No, it's popping. It's
because
popping.
interface is short.
It's popping.
What up, everybody, wherever you're listening from? You're welcome to the pod.
I'm not day, my people. So, as the matter they go, bro, what's up?
Anyway,
Uh-huh.
to the Catholics out there, you people have a new pope.
Congratulations to all the Catholic. Congratulations.
Congratulations to you people, you know. And
I heard he's an American.
yes,
He's an American.
And shout out to all the blogger, all the black people all over the world who are expecting
A black pope.
a black pope.
You guys are dreaming.
Let me tell you something. Believe it or not,
It's not going to happen.
It's not.
It will
gonna
never happen in the existence of human race.
It's not gonna happen. It is their religion.
Remember that was why you said, that was how you said Obama was not going to be the American president. You remember?
Who?
You.
Obama.
Yes.
When?
You said the black man, when Obama was campaigning, first time. That was why I said the black man can never be president of America.
No,
a black man can never be president of America.
Okay. Let's be very, very factual and real. Is Obama black?
Of course, he's black. Dude, black. He's black now. Barack is black now.
Which black?
His name. Black.
His name is Black, right?
His complexion is black.
Am I trying?
He's black. See, if you say he's a black man with a white orientation, I get it.
See, when you say black man, black, both the wife and the husband, a child of.
What do you mean by black?
A descendant of an immigrant, both of them. Like the way I have my kids here now. If my kids end up being American president or end up being in any highest position, yeah, that's a black child right there.
So Obama is not black. His father is an
He's
African.
black. What about his mother? Have you seen the mother's picture before?
She's
what?
She's like West Indian kind of. She's black too.
She's not black.
She's not white though.
She's not black, my dear. Obama is not black. But just to appease the black people.
The Catholics.
Yeah, no. I'm talking about the black Americans. Yeah, you have a black president before. You know,
Maybe it's possible one day we can have a black pope.
It's not what from where? From a religion that they brought to us, right? From their religion. Do you forget that it's theirs?
Which religion is this?
Catholic now. Who created it? Maybe it's white people.
No.
It is their religion.
No.
Come on, man.
No.
Who
Christianity
created?
and Islam was from the Middle East.
From where?
For the Middle East, it's not European. Christianity and Islam is from the
Where
Middle
is the Vatican City? Where did they?
They stole it from the Middle East to Vatican City. They came and steal it to them.
But it's not from
and
Africa.
made it there. It's from Africa.
It is not from Africa, my dear.
Bro,
let me tell you what's from
Islam
Africa.
and Christianity is from
where?
Africa.
It's not
It's from
from
the
Africa.
Middle East.
Middle East is not Africa, brother. Stop. Middle East is not Africa, Joe. Which Middle East is Africa? Middle East is not Africa. It's Asia.
Baba, it's not Asia now. Go sub-Sahara here, Egypt, Morocco, all those zones. All those zones. It's Africa now. What are you talking about?
Which one? Which Africa?
The same Africa.
The same Africa.
East Africa now.
East what? They are not East. They are not East, man. Come on. It's not
North Africa. is way up there and is of the Arabs. See, Islam and Christianity.
My dear, let me tell you, the religions are from
It's
Africa.
from the Arabs.
Let me tell you the religions that we have from Africa. Obatala, Ogun, Oduduwa.
Those are not religion. Those are deities, bro. That's not religion.
That is what we serve. That is what my ancestors. That's what they serve.
But that's not
that's what they
religion
believed
now.
in. Before this,
white people.
No. Let me see.
I'm telling you.
See, we as Africans, we've forgotten our identity. Now, yeah, I go to church too, but it's not a religion that my great forefathers were born with. They brought it to Africa.
And that's what I'm telling you. No, that's what I'm telling you. That's where you're getting it wrong.
It's not about getting it wrong.
They brought it to. You said they brought it to Africa, but you're not looking at it from the start.
What start?
That's what I'm explaining.
Let's leave the start. Let's talk about present. In 2020.
No, you're jumping the gun now, and that is misinformation.
It's not misinformation. See, when you're going, see all this blackwashing religion shit. No. In 2010, was it 2010 or 2012? During Arab Spring, I was in Egypt. My first name is a Muslim name. My first name is Ibrahim, and I was traveling with my artist at the time. His middle name is Khalid, which tells you on our passport he has 2 Muslim names. So hypothetically, what if we walk into a country like Egypt? What do you think we will be? They will look at us as? They will look at us like Muslims, right?
Yeah.
And I must tell you that when we got there during the Arab Spring, they didn't treat us like we are Muslims.
They treated you like you are
black. See, let me tell you how all these Arabs see themselves. Well, Arabs may see themselves, with my opinion, I've traveled all over, I've traveled to most of their countries, I see what they do. When they see themselves, they might say, they might look at it equally when they see themselves and people that look a little bit like them, like the white people. But when they see themselves to people that look at Africa, they put color into it.
Listen to what
listen. It is not our religion. You see,
that's what I'm telling you.
It is not our religion. It is their religion.
See, Christianity. Read.
Forget all this.
Christianity and Islam are the 2 largest religions in the world, with approximately 2.3 billion.
Start from where?
Respectively, both religions are Abrahamic and monotheistic, having originated from the Middle East.
Yeah, does the Middle East in Africa?
It's Africa now.
It is not.
No, see.
It is
Some
not
would
Africa.
argue that both Islam and Christianity are indigenous African religions.
They are not African religions.
They are, bro.
We know what they are, my dear. Don't stop.
No, I'm going back to
propaganda. We know what they are. They are not African religions. They are not.
You are looking at it after it has been stolen. That is what I'm telling you.
No. It's not about being stolen. They are not African religion. For example,
bro, Christianity was
wait,
stolen.
I'll tell you something. Okay. For example, I was in Egypt. I told you, right?
Yeah, I've been there too.
The Egypt that I went to in 2012. I want to be very sure of the year. It was between 2010 and 2012. The Egypt that I went to wasn't the Egypt in the Bible, my nigga. That's not. That's not. It's a complete different.
So I get what you're saying. It
is not. So
I get what you're saying. So now it's personal for you, based on your experience.
It's not personal. It is. I'm telling you, based on what I've seen, based on how these people
treat you.
No, not treat
the way they treated you.
No. Based on how these people look at us
as black
Africans,
as black
people.
Yes. So it's personal for you, and I get
it's not personal. It's the general knowledge, bro. Black people. That is not our religion. So it's not gonna happen. I don't think we'll ever have a black pope. Forget it.
I'm not saying that will happen.
Well, that's where the conversation started from.
Hey, but no. The conversation.
That's where we started the conversation from.
Yes, that's where we started from. But what I'm telling you is,
stop giving people
from. You are caught. No.
Stop giving
Africans. What I'm saying is, you're creating your story from the middle. You're not looking at it from. The beginning.
No. We're talking about no. We're not going to. Don't let us mix this thing. What got us here was because when the last pope died, everybody were clamoring for thinking it's going to be a black pope.
It is not going to happen.
Yeah. So so let's just leave that. Let's stand there. That's our bone of contention because it's not our religion. Why do you think it's not going to happen? Because it's not from us. It is their religion. They'll choose who they want to be their pope. You understand what I'm saying? So stop bigging up your black cardinals, especially the ones from Ghana and the one from Nigeria.
Anyway,
it's not going to happen.
It is obvious that many things were stolen from Africa, which including the same Obatala and Shogo, all those things. They stole all the religions. Islam was.
They didn't steal Obatala.
They stole most of the gods.
See,
now.
they didn't steal the gods.
Your deities. Go to their museum in France. Many of them are still there.
Let me tell
Go to their museum in Britain.
Wait.
Many of those idols are still there.
No.
You don't know?
No.
They're still there.
Wait. What is
Okay.
Shango? Shango is a god of fire, right? You can't
Shango
steal.
is human.
You can't steal fire. God of iron. Iron is in everywhere. Shango is in every iron.
Shango is not iron. Ogun is iron.
Ogun is iron. Ogun is in every iron. Sorry, I'm messing it up. What Shango is fire. So they stole fire from Africa. See,
It's not fire per se.
Come on, man. It is what they are
These
made
are
of.
deities, Baba.
What we know. No.
Okay.
No. It's the same thing. You're calling it deity. You're whitewashing this shit.
I'm not whitewashing it. That's what they are.
Okay. Don't say deity. They are religion. They are the people that our forefathers believed in. The same way.
No, they are not religion.
Come on, man. Okay, what will you call what they do after at least from the few clips that we saw after the last pope died? What will we call it? That's rituals, right? If it was if we look at it in the context of doing rituals too in Africa, you call it another something else. Bro, you're just whitewashing all this nonsense. Don't say that. It is come on. Amadioha, Shango, all those
deities and their way we worship them.
Anything you worship is a god. Come on, man.
Not necessarily.
What are you going to call
That's
them?
based on your belief. If I decide to worship this mic now, does that mean this mic is my god?
Oh, okay. Come
Not
on.
necessarily.
See, what's the point of contention of Islam and Christianity?
Brainwashing.
No.
What
From
do
the
you mean by
whitewashing that you read.
What do you mean by point of contention?
No.
They made it religion, and it is.
What did they do? They worship.
They
They worship through their religion, right? That's the acts that they perform. Come on, I was born Muslim, so I know what I'm talking about, bro. When you pray 5 times a day, what are you doing? You're worshiping God. You're praying to God. That's what it is.
Yes.
So when I say no,
Ogun
when I say my ancestors worship Ogun and Obatala, you're saying I can't call them God because they are deities. You are whitewashing.
That's not what I'm saying.
No. That's exactly what you said.
That's
exactly what you
I
said. No. That's exactly what you said.
That's not what I said.
What I said
I'm
was
saying that.
Don't call them deities. They are
deities-
gods. They are gods.
Okay.
It is because with the person.
But they are all human at some point.
Come on, man. Yeah, wasn't Jesus human at some point?
Exactly my point. So it's the same class.
No.
But that doesn't make them. That doesn't make it a religion. The same way they did.
No.
This thing will cause blasphemy.
No,
Let me keep quiet.
No. You're wrong. The reason why you're wrong is because the motherfucker who wrote the dictionary decided to call God the Almighty, capital God, and every other gods that people worship, they write it with small letter. That's why you can say they are deities. They are not deities. They are gods to our forefathers who worship them. They are gods. Those are the gods they worship. So whatever you worship and you have faith and you believe in, you know what I'm saying? That's a god. Come on, man. Like we always say, Shango is god of fire, right? We say Ogun is god of iron. Come on, man. So don't call them deities.
See,
you're whitewashing.
If you're talking about Baba, this is what I want to tell you. If you're talking about
we're not talking about religion.
We're talking about African,
let's
if you're talking about African and our religion as African, right?
What is our religion?
It
is not Islam and Christianity.
It is several gods.
But it's not Islam and Christianity.
Of course it's not. So but no. I never said it was. I said they stole that one too from the Middle East. That's what I'm saying. It's not theirs either.
You said they stole it from
the Middle East, which is part of Africa.
No. Middle East is different from Africa. I've been to Middle East before. They don't look at us the same.
Hey, now you're judging based on now. I'm talking millions. I'm talking thousands of years ago. You are talking now.
No, I'm not talking now. I'm talking. See how it has been.
Okay, if you check the African map, right?
Which African map?
North Africa. Which countries are in North Africa?
Is it the same map that they created and they went ahead to go and put Turkey in Europe? When it's obviously when you look at the map, Turkey is Turkey is in Asia. Come on, man. You forget that these people decided to name this different parts of the world before. Come on, man. They know it's propaganda. They know how to do their thing. They are the one who decide which is what is which. You understand what I'm saying? But when it comes to the religion that
don't worry, we'll bring a religion next time.
I'm not talking about.
I'll bring a religion next
I'm not talking about religion. All I'm
no,
saying,
people need to be educated about many of these things. I know somebody who is very vast that will teach people.
If you want to call
that will teach people how these things, all these old things started. And my point is, right?
I'm not interested in how they started. If you want to bring somebody that I want to tell that is an historian, I want to talk about all the old African gods. Yeah, I'll be interested in that. Those are my history. I want to know. But if you want to talk about the Vatican or the Pope or the Christianity, I'm not interested in that, man. I'm not.
You know what actually led to this conversation?
It's because
because
stop bigging up black cardinals because
there is not going to happen.
I don't think
because it is their religion. Yes. That was why I now said no. It's not even their religion. Even they stole it.
I don't care.
That's my point.
I don't care to know.
That's my
but
point.
They brought it to us.
After it was stolen.
I don't want to know that part of history. But before they came,
that part of history, wait.
No. Yeah, that's not factual.
It is factual, bro. It is factual. How do you say it's not factual?
That's not factual.
Have you read about it? How do you say it's not factual? It is factual.
Wait, my brother.
Okay.
Wait, before they came, our ancestors worshipped these gods, which is Shango, Abatala. They are gods. Don't call them deity. I will continue to have a problem with you with that. Because you don't believe in them anymore. Because I don't believe in those gods anymore.
Why?
I don't believe in
Why don't you believe in them?
Don't gods.
I still believe in them.
But that doesn't mean.
But I still believe in them.
Wait.
So it's not.
Wait.
So you don't even believe in what you're fighting for?
No. I'm not. It's two different things. That doesn't mean they don't exist. They do exist. But those when you say our religion. Our ancestors' religion.
That's what I wanted to.
Those are their religion. Don't call them deities. The only problem that I have with you is you calling them deities. They are not deities.
Yoruba, if you're looking at it from Yoruba's perspective.
Come on, man. Yeah.
Yoruba's perspective. If you want to say our major religion in Yoruba perspective, it's not even all these deities. All these deities are God. But the only way we worship and communicate with all these things is through Ifa.
Yeah. Come on, yeah.
So that is Ibi Thomas Sope religion Wawa as Yoruba. But don't forget that Africa is not just Yoruba.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about.
There are thousands of tribes.
Yes. Black people generally. Those other religions, those other two religions does not exist in most.
They
places in Africa that I know of.
The one that I'm sure of.
What are you going to say about Ethiopia? Ethiopia is in Africa, right? Mm-hmm. Whereby their last Messiah that they worship, that I know of, was Haile Selassie. Come on, man. Yeah. So
he's a prophet. He's a prophet like the rest of the prophet.
Wow, some people regard him as a god. So those are the things that we know about Africa. That's for people that look like me and you. But you see all these
Islam and that is so sure is Christianity was brought to Africa to brainwash you, to steal your stuff, to take your, and that is what got you to where you are today.
No, it's not just Christianity.
Christianity is
religion
the one
that
the one that the colonial masters used. That one I stand on. It was Christianity.
No, don't say Christianity. Say religion generally.
But Christianity no low. It's not
religion is used to brainwash people. Religion, both even forefathers' religion generally. That's what it is. Because you can now say that the modern day slavery, Islam and Christianity was part of the tools. Yeah.
Those are obvious tools.
Saying modern day, they're part of it. Yes, I agree to that. But Christianity, it is not our forefather religion. So I don't think there's gonna be a black pope. It's not gonna. So to you people bigging up the black cardinals.
How do black people hate everything about slavery besides Christianity?
That's all. That one statement said it all.
What the fuck did you say?
Listen again. Listen again, oh.
How do black people hate everything about slavery besides Christianity?
Hold on. Hold on there. So who is he talking? He's talking about black people. He's talking about
They hate everything. Yes, they hate everything about
black
slavery.
people in America. That's what he's talking about.
Yes, they hate everything about slavery,
but
they like Christianity.
He's not talking about.
So which means
from in
there
Africa,
is confusion.
No. With
He's
them.
speaking of African Americans. That's what he said.
Yeah, with them, there's confusion. There's no confusion with us.
Our people are the same way too.
There's no confusion. We don't know. Our people know.
Bro,
our people know.
Our people.
We know.
Our people are even more religious than this ones here.
No. They are not. They are not. They are not.
Papa, what are you saying now?
They are not.
Are you saying that the level at which our people build churches and go to churches in Africa, in Nigeria, every Sunday is the same way they go?
It's the same. It is the same. Have you been to all these churches establishments? It is the same. It is the same.
I want to church in the They go to church 3 times a week.
Wait. It is because systems. Yeah? It's because there's a system here that if you don't work, you can't chop.
Exactly now.
If those systems too exist in Africa, in Nigeria, people won't be going to church every day. They won't be going. And don't forget that it's the same brainwashing.
It's brainwashing now.
But hold on. Where the difference is, Africans generally, we are not so ignorant about our history. We are not. The people here, I'm not blaming them.
I think we are.
I'm not blaming.
I think we are. I think we are even worse than the people here.
Hold on. I'm not blaming the African Americans here because that is all they know. They were shipped from Africa down here, and their forefathers. Nobody told them those stories to know that what religion their forefathers, great grandfathers had before.
So the ones that are in Africa that are your brothers.
Everybody in Africa knows that.
They know that they are being brainwashed, and the churches are still full every Sunday.
No. Hold on.
Or every Friday night.
Hold on. Wait.
And they know that this thing is brainwashing.
No.
Okay, what are you saying?
It's not about being brainwashed.
Okay, what are you saying?
They're doing that. They know that that religion they are practicing is not their forefathers' religion.
But yet they are all dead.
So they chose to believe now.
Why?
There has been brainwashing everywhere. There has been brainwashing ever since we were born. But they would never consciously or unconsciously they would never deny the fact that their great grandfather wasn't Muslim or Christian. Period. They know that.
Their
great grandfather wasn't Muslim or Christian.
Or a Christian.
Yes.
But if you call them now and tell them,
yes, it is because my boy, it is because in this day and age, that is the religion that they believed in. It is part of the brainwashing circle. It is fine. But they know that their DNA. Why do you think in churches or in every prayer meeting in churches, and why do they always talk about Ogun Idile, Ogun Atiknikon? They know that that's where we're from. Even the pastor still acknowledges that. You understand what I'm saying? So we're not here to speak on religion. Let's move to another topic. I'm just here to speak on the fact that all both Islam and Christianity, they are not our religion. They are not. We didn't create those.
Free yourself.
Those religions.
There's too many things holding you down, thinking you're on the right path, bro.
No, nothing's holding people down. Why say something holding people down,
bro?
The only issue
religion is holding them down.
No. The religion is not holding them down. They are the one holding themselves down. Because you cannot go to church.
But you just said that's what they believe now.
No.
How would you say that's what they believe and that's
no, it's not holding them down. It's not holding them down.
Okay.
They are holding themselves down.
How?
You cannot have a job.
But that's what they know now.
Wait.
Okay.
You cannot have a job. You cannot be an entrepreneur and have a shop where you sell markets. And you now tell me that you want to go to church when you're supposed to open your store. That's pure stupidity.
They do it now.
Yeah, exactly. That's on them. It's not on the religion. Because it has nothing to do with the fact that it's not nothing to do with your religion. Because even in places where they brought all of these things, they go to work. They go to work in the morning and they will never close their shop because they want to go to any church on a weekday. You understand what I'm saying? Even in the Bible, it said worship on Sabbath day. Sabbath day, I believe, is the weekend. You You know what I mean? That's why all the old the Israelites and the Egyptians that were mentioned in the Bible, because those are not us. Those are different people.
No, that's Africa though.
Those are different people. They are not the Egypt and the Israel that exist now.
It's the same.
It's not. It's not, my dear. It is not. It is not. It's not. It's not the Egypt and the Israel that exists. I'm talking about the country. It's not. So they did not say you should. Even in the Bible, from
So
the Bible that I've read,
the same set of people. That's what you're saying.
it is not the same Egypt and.
But it's the same religion. It's the same country.
Come on, man. Did you forget that somebody wrote those books, the Bible and the Quran?
Yes.
Somebody wrote it now.
Yes.
So
you know who wrote it.
So they are not. The person that wrote it knows, and I want to believe that's not.
No. It's not. You know, it's not just one person. It's different stories.
Collection of people. People just jump.
But those things.
So
most of those events happen at those locations that they wrote.
Well. But all I know is we're not here to talk about what is in the Bible, what's in the Quran.
Of course.
What we're talking about is the stupidity of the fact that you think these people who are brainwashed to close their shop and go to church on a weekday and not sell their market. That is a personal stupidity. Come on, it's just what it is. It has nothing to do with, because come on, didn't I go to church when I was in Nigeria now? Did I ever not go to school or not go to work or not go to do my business on a Monday or a Tuesday and say I'm going to church? Some people do it in my area, and I'm looking at them like,
yeah, some people go to church on Monday morning.
On Monday morning, instead of you going to work.
And you see, I've been seeing some crazy videos lately that I'll just be like, there's one video that the pastor said they should all raise their phone up for
what?
Commanding alert.
Yeah, that's what all those one are.
I pray for alert.
That's theatrics. That is.
I pray for alert.
That's theatrics.
And you be like, for real?
No, those are magicians.
No, the money is not entering. He's just praying that this week alert.
It's theatrics now. It's a way to especially for the people that were listening, to those that were there, that are raising their phone for those type of alert to come in. Mm-hmm. And also, if we look at it very, very well, that type of Christianity, that type of Pentecostal doctrine is different from what these people brought to us. These people brought something to us. Our Nigerian pastors or African pastors now change it to their own. I don't think I see anywhere in the Bible, apart from where even where they said Jesus turned 3 loaves of bread and kidney corn into multi. That's fiction. I don't think there's anywhere in the Bible where somebody commanded it's not allowed now, commanded money to appear in someone's life and the person gets home and they see money.
I think it's a good
and also I've been here. I've traveled to most of these countries that brought Christianity to Africa. I've been to their churches. I've never seen any of their pastors say people should raise up their phone and allow to come into it. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of nonsense that Nigerian pastors or African pastors that they do to their congregation that they don't do, that the people that actually brought the religion to them don't do. That's what I'm saying. It's like when you brought it's like they brought the religion, which is a packaged brainwashed religion to us, and our potentially called pastors, now modernize it to be able to actually take control of the minds of these people. You understand what I'm saying? And they use these things to. I've seen videos where one pastor was asking, I think in South Africa or somewhere in all those southern countries, asking his congregation to eat grass, and they are doing it. Yeah. Will they tell anybody here to eat grass and they eat grass? Come on, man. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't think those were part of the things that they brought. But don't forget, the people that they brought it for, the pastors or the people now decide to modernize it.
For me, I think it's a very good guidebook, especially when it comes to life and morals. There's so many things you can learn there, but to interpret it, it's not the way most of your pastors interpret many of those stories.
Are you talking about the Bible?
I'm talking about the Bible.
What's side of the Bible are you talking about? Are you talking about Old Testament or New Testament?
Both. There are so many stories in that book
you know
that you could use. No, don't get me. I'm saying literally, right? I'm not saying
all the stories there are not for Africans. They are from Israelites and Egyptians.
No, you need to understand what I'm saying. Have you read 48 Laws of Power?
Yeah, I've read it.
It's a guidebook to life, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. That is the way I see it too.
Okay.
You get, there are some things that I'll try and digest sometimes when I read some part of it, and I'll be like, oh, okay, this is what this thing is trying to say. Okay, maybe what happened in the Garden of Eden, right, between Adam and Eve, is telling you not to let a third party come in between your relationship.
No, that's not what happened now.
Because they invited the snake. The snake came, that's what the Bible said. And he said, he convinced them, and then the snake convinced Eve.
To do what?
To eat the apple.
Which apple? What is apple? Is it not sex?
That's the point. That is the point I'm trying to make you understand that. Now, are you looking at it from the context of, okay, maybe what this thing is trying to tell me is when I'm with my woman.
No pastor
maybe
has
I
ever
should.
said
That's my point.
It's because they have sex.
Yes, they won't tell you that.
Yeah.
But
why are they not telling? Why are they not
so,
telling you?
But me, I'm telling you from a literary perspective of how I read it and understand it. Okay, maybe this thing is telling me. That's why I said maybe a moral guide.
There is no
or a life guide.
It is sex.
Yes, but what if it's telling you that
What if? There's no what if. That's
no,
what it is.
You're still. That's not. See,
Moral
those stories.
compass.
No, those stories are not direct stories. They have other meaning to it. And I'm saying that. What if the way I read it, I feel like it's telling me that okay, when I'm with my woman, I shouldn't let a third party come in between the picture because it can break the relationship. Morally, guide.
Well, that's how you interpret it.
Yes. So there's so many stories like that I can give you other meaning than what the Bible tells you or what your pastor tells you.
Now let's even this Bible now. Did you see the video? One of the videos of one of these affairs in Nigeria that was circulating a few weeks ago. When the affairs, one affair said it is in one. I don't know what it is, but it didn't say Quran. I think it's one of those books that they read. What scholars that if you have a satellite dish on top of DSTV. Okay. You have DSTV in your house and you die, you are not going to heaven, you are going to hell. That's exactly what he said. He said that, and a lot of people were. I'm like, when I watch it, I'm like, what is this man saying? What is it? He said it's in one. Come on, man. You know, that's what I'm saying. All these people, they brainwash all of this. Like for example, I was born Muslim, right, and I see the way the Muslim that I grew up with. I see the way they practice their Islam and their guides and everything. Well, I was in Egypt. Even though those guys even though the way they see us is different. I see the way they practice their own Islam. It's completely different. Completely different.
Wow.
Yeah, it's completely different. It's not like
the mode. Are you talking about the mode of prayer or?
No, not the mode of prayer. I'm talking about their life.
Yeah, okay.
Their personal life is different.
Those ones are the Egyptians.
Yeah.
When I went there, I'm sorry, but I don't like them. I don't like the way. The aggressiveness towards
they're
people,
aggressive.
Very aggressive.
Aggressive.
I didn't really enjoy my stay there. I went there for vacation.
Well, I'll say.
And I even got to the pyramid itself, and it doesn't look like.
Man, I didn't even go.
For me, it's nothing special.
Well, maybe because I went through Arab Spring though. So I was saying that let's move away from this religion thing. We're saying that to say that whatever you are taught, like for example, everybody goes to church, everybody goes to mosque, right? People that are, but they always believe what their imam says. Yeah. You can listen to what
you listen to your pastor.
Yeah, you can listen to what your imam or your pastor says.
Those guys are not.
And whatever they say,
many of you are smarter
pick
than
the
these
ones.
Guys,
pick the ones that works with you.
Yeah.
Or whatever, like that's what I said.
Many of you are smarter than your pastor.
Yes. Don't let anybody
brainwash
you and start telling you to go and eat grass.
When you get to the,
don't do that nonsense.
When you get to the point where
you just want to be gullible.
That is where you know that this guy is not really smart.
Especially, there are a lot of conversation when it comes to religion. Especially the ones, there's some things that happen we see it online. There's one that someone was saying some married women will not respect their husband, but they will be calling their pastor daddy.
Daddy, yes.
What the?
Yes, they do it all the time.
What the heck is pastor daddy? Daddy?
Yeah, they do it.
Come on, man. So these are the issues. These are the issues. Let's move away from it.
Anyway, Nigeria, right? It is one of the major problems, and we keep saying it, that until you guys start to leave tribalism out of the picture, leave religion out of the picture, go out there and fight for what belongs to you. That is where we're going to see a big change. A typical example is your brother that they arrested last week.
Who is your brother?
VDM now.
Is whose brother? Is your brother?
He's their freedom fighter now.
Who's freedom fighter?
Nigerians.
How?
What do you mean
Where?
how? Don't you know VDM is a freedom fighter?
He's not a freedom fighter.
He's fighting for Nigerians now.
No.
That's what they say.
Fighting for Nigerians from who?
From the government.
From the oppressors.
Yes.
The
He
people-
speaks for the
Speaks
oppressed.
for who?
He speaks for the oppressed.
No. You see. You are
That's what VDM is. So.
No,
Don't
you're
take
mixing this thing
Don't
up.
take the flower away from me.
Wait, he's not an activist. He's not a freedom fighter. No. No, it's not a freedom fighter. This is what he does. This is what he does. This is what VDM does. VDM fights for ordinary Nigerians against the people that owes them money. It's not money that is
He
collected
does
from-
more than that though.
What does he do?
He calls out the government.
He calls out the government on
Yes,
what?
when they do anything wrong. Recently, he still went to one African country that he went to rescue some girls that
He didn't rescue them. He went there.
and saw them, and he called out Abike on. Come on now, that's being a good activist.
Wait. That's not his modus operandi.
What is his
That's not his.
My point is,
Wait,
he's trying his best.
Yeah.
And
He's
the little he
helping
can
ordinary
do,
Nigerians.
the little he can do for the
He's
society.
giving them a voice.
And he's
Against
building
people.
wells. I heard he's building wells
Wells where?
in many of those villages.
With the money people donated for him. Right?
Yes, he's doing charity work. He's giving people.
Everybody
money.
does charity work.
No, not everybody.
know
What
how
that
many
guy is
charity
doing, even your government cannot do half of what he's doing.
What is he doing?
He's fighting for people. He's an activist.
Oh, is he one of those people that make sure Nigeria's like I read in the news that Nigeria doesn't owe IMF anymore? Is he one of those activists that fight for the government to pay off the debt? Come on, what the fuck is he
They're
saying?
charging him for money laundering now.
Hold on. Let's run back. Let's run back a little bit. You say your brother, your freedom. I like the guy. I like what he does when it comes to.
And so why are you taking it away?
Wait. He's not an activist. He's not a freedom fighter. I like it when, based on what he does. For example, when he fights for people, somebody take their money and didn't provide service, and you call them out to pay their.
That's something, though.
Yeah, but that's not being an activist. Is grabbing back what belongs. What he does is not different
Activism,
from
not
that. But you don't call him a freedom fighter.
Freedom fighter, no. You should bear it.
Which one freedom was he fighting? Which one? See, so let's speak on being a Nigerian.
No, I think we should speak on. Speak on abuse of power.
That has been
In that corridor.
It's not a corridor. There's something that we should know. We should know. There is a public knowledge in Africa. In Africa, not just Nigeria, in Africa. There is freedom of speech, but there is no freedom after speech. Period. So before you start,
I think it's even way more.
What?
I think the way you said it is even. You make it sound very important. And there's freedom of speech. And there's no freedom of.
So if you speak against the government,
bro, it's not that serious.
So you just called.
You know why it's not that serious? It's not that serious. Nigeria, right? When you step on toes that you're not supposed to,
easy.
Nobody send you.
So anybody,
there's hierarchy, there's power.
So anybody walk into that.
So forget freedom of speech or freedom after speech, bro. If you mess with the wrong people, they will mess you up. We've seen lives wasted on things that is not even as important as this, and nothing will happen.
So why are we having?
That's the society you live in.
So why are you having this conversation about?
The reason why we're having this conversation is
the
please protect your activists.
Who is going to protect him?
The people, VDM. They should need to.
I think he calls these people Ratel. The
Ratel should protect him.
Yeah,
they should protect him.
So why are we actually giving him a shout?
We're giving him a shout because he just came back from prison for them now.
No,
he just went to.
He just got to prison.
He went to jail.
No, he went to jail. No,
was he FCC jail now?
He was detained
at the FCC
office.
Jail.
Office, my dear.
Bro, have you been there?
I've seen pictures.
Have you been locked inside the FCC office before?
No, but I've seen pictures of people who went there.
It's jail.
It's not a jail, my dear. It's not. The only thing that I don't like about what happened is, normally, even though all the big agencies don't follow the constitution in Nigeria, I think it wasn't really supposed to be locked up for more than 24 hours before they charge him.
They
didn't even charge him. They haven't charged him yet. You know.
Yeah.
Even though I think he has an idea, maybe they interrogated him and he was talking about something that
some kind of money.
Yeah, some kind of money laundering.
I want you to listen to this.
Listen to who is that one?
How do you have a political class where 80% of them can't fill a form properly? One politician was asked, one governor was asked by Shehu Himbaloye, which university do you attend? I said the matter is in court. he said the matter.
My university matter
is in court. So that tells you, let all the boys send forms to the National Assembly. There'll be discrepancy in age, schools attended, criminal record, name it. All that has origins. And they frightened everybody away because they had the loads of cash. And the principal people found themselves running for cover.
In a nutshell, that is the country we live.
Well, what he said is correct, but
that's the country we live.
But he didn't say it. He did. There are some things that maybe if you watch the whole.
Once you have loads of cash, Baba, you are God in that country.
It's not just about loads of cash. Let me tell you, people are gullible too. Like for example,
yes, very vulnerable. Yeah,
like
Nigerians.
No.
One was vulnerable.
No.
Apart from one was gullible, one was very vulnerable.
You see, if you're using the word vulnerable, you're giving everybody an excuse. Let's call them gullible. No excuse.
But Shomo, do you know that some people have not seen what it feels like outside that world?
It's not about what they feel like outside that world. No.
It is part of it now. If you don't know how things happen on the other side, how would you know you are not on the right path on your own?
No, I'll tell you for free.
Okay, social media.
In some places, in places whereby there is, in places in Nigeria whereby their election counts, people don't even care who, for example, even I'm talking about in places whereby, let's even assume hypothetically that they rigged all elections in Nigeria, right? If you ask an average Nigerian what is the name of their local government chairman, they don't know. And you know why? It's because they don't care. For example, when you don't actually know these things, how will you know what? How will you even start?
But that's not just in Nigeria.
Then let us go to
even here that we stay. I don't even know my council.
Well, you're supposed to know who the DA is in who there's an election coming up now, council election. No.
I just don't know the council chairman.
There's a council election that's coming. You're supposed to know these guys, especially the DAs. Let's talk about Nigeria. Like for example, when they are doing elections in Nigeria, a lot of people don't vote, but they'll be on social media. Social media does not win elections.
But because if you go out there and vote and something happened to you,
you're talking about the high level of elections now, which is the governorship election and.
But there is no councillor election in Nigeria. They kill themselves. Wait,
brother. It's not everywhere. It's not all the elections that they kill themselves. People. What I'm saying is, see, it is normal for everybody to focus on the top. Like for example, if there is governorship election and presidential election, that's what everybody will start scrambling about. Just the same way, it's the same thing in America. In American system and American system. I just ask you now. We're just talking about who the DA is. Do you know that when you vote, you voted for Trump, right? When you vote, this election is my first time voting in America, right? But you know that when you're voting, you vote for all these things, both the DA, the everything. Do you know? Because you just went there and you vote for Republican, not true. Period. You don't care to know who. You're a typical Nigerian. It's the same thing that's happening in Nigeria. That's what I'm saying. It's the same thing. People
what
don't.
Saying? I'm supposed to vote for a party that is not my party.
And so what I'm so even the Republican person that you vote for like as a DA for your county,
I'll give him my
your
vote because he's
so
Republican.
do you know what's his name?
I don't care.
You see,
as
that's
long
what
as he's Republican.
Yeah. That's what I'm
That's
saying.
being loyal to
Yeah,
my party.
I'm not talking about you being nice, but you don't know the person's name. That's what I'm saying. No. It's as good as somebody asking. It's as good as me asking someone from my local government in Nigeria now. You say you don't know your local government chairman. Like you don't know your DA.
See,
but you voted for a DA.
My council chairman here or my DA.
Yeah.
Amjad Bachek.
But do you know the name?
Or Usman Kuskru. Láti Iran. Mo lè wá rántí orúkọ ẹ̀ the next day. Ó yàtọ̀ sí pé tí bá lọ sí poll Nàìjíríà tí mo gbọ́ Adéwálé Adégbáyì. The local government chairman tí mi ò ní rántí orúkọ ẹ̀.
The reason why you're like that is because that's the way we are built. We don't care about this thing from where we're from.
But we care about
see what I'm saying? That's why I said in a nutshell that's why this guy can come up with what he just said, that most people in House of Assembly, they can't even
feel form, and he's right.
It is because people don't care who they vote for. Even the ones that vote, they don't care
if you can feel form or not.
Yeah, they just vote for the party. Exactly what you just said. Yeah. That's bullshit.
It's not bullshit.
Yeah, that's exactly what you just said. It's like bullshit.
It's credibility.
What the heck is credibility?
I know
you
my
don't
party,
even know your
I know my party is credible enough. Okay. And I know the right person will represent
let me ask you this. Republican is the governor of Texas.
It's a red state.
It's a red state. It's the governor of Texas. Do you even know who the governor is?
Yes, it's a red state. I know my governor.
Who is your governor?
I'm not going to tell you that. You're not going to ask me that on the live show.
You don't even care. But all you care about is the red state. You don't know who the governor is?
I live in a red state. I vote red. I know my president. I know my governor. Maybe below that, I might not care.
Oh, okay. You don't even know. Well, all these things.
I know my vice president too.
No, I'm not.
And I know my governor. I just don't know the council chairman. And I don't think
I'm not about the council chairman. Yeah. Let's go higher a little bit. Like these people that this guy was talking about House of Rep and Senate. I'm pretty much sure you don't even know the senator who represents Texas.
I do. I actually do.
You do, Abi? Okay.
Yes.
Maybe you're born in Nigeria, for example. I'm not. We're taking it to that level. That level is even higher. We're talking about the grassroots, the people that lives around
you,
that rules your vicinity,
and
your
those
area.
people are important.
Yes. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So
because those are the people that are supposed to represent you.
Yeah, you know, understand? They start out of rep. They don't care. What they do is they just go by the party and they vote for the party, and that's what it is. I say that to say that we are a reflection of the kind of government we have in Nigeria. It is a reflection. For example, not surprises me anymore when a governor and when a House of Rep member say nonsense on TV or talk daft or can't even feel a form. It doesn't surprise me because it is a true reflection of who we are as Nigerians.
You know, there's this trend going on now.
What trend is that?
In Nigeria, I've seen it happen in like 2 or 3 states that they will say some people commit a crime, maybe they kidnap somebody and they did the whole operation in one house and they end up busting them and they will demolish the house, even if it's not theirs.
No, what are you saying? I've not heard of this.
They will break the house, they will demolish the house.
Why are they demolishing the house?
That's what I said. It does not make any sense. Okay, a crime was committed, right? In this building, right? And you caught the person. Now, the person is not the owner of the house. But just because that crime was,
committed in that house,
then you went to demolish the house.
I've never heard of that before.
Let me play it for you.
Pulled down a duplex in the GRA of Benin City, reportedly used for kidnapping and organ harvesting. The demolition team moved to Ogiri Aziz in Benin City to bring down another building tied to internet fraud and kidnapping activities. The Nigerian army had previously raided the site, rescuing several victims allegedly held against their will. Governor Okpelu, present at the scene to personally supervise the demolition, condemned the activities at the property.
Meanwhile, this is Benin. Meanwhile, it is not the people that owns the house. They are rentals. The woman that owns the other building, I saw her interview now. That woman, she's literally dead.
Why are they demolishing the house?
Because crime was committed in the house. What kind of law are you putting into
No,
your
it's not
hands?
about law. It's about the kind of people you voted in as. Yeah, you voted in. Well, if you vote in an idiot as a governor or as a Senate representative of your area or as a House of Rep, these are the things that happen.
This is another one.
These are the things that happen because I don't
Why are you
think.
bringing the house
I don't
down?
think is in
It doesn't
Nigerian
make any
constitution.
sense.
I don't think it's in Nigerian constitution that if a crime was committed in somewhere,
Then
there's
you need to demolish the house. That means you're putting laws
somebody
in-
gave the order. Who gave the order?
The governor is there to supervise the demolition himself. They just said it.
Oh, okay.
That the governor was there to supervise the demolition.
So the governor signed off for them to demolish this house. So it is on whichever state it is. They voted for an idiot, so they should live with it. Come on, man. That's exactly what we're talking about here. Nigerians, we don't care about who we put in power. We just put in power because of a party. You don't care to know them. Is it not the governor? I think it's this governor now. Is this governor that can't read numbers when he went to present budget at the House of Rep. Yeah, it is him now. It's him. He's the Benin governor. Do you know what his party people say? Party said it's because he can't really pronounce those numbers because he doesn't steal money. That's his excuse they make for him.
Because he doesn't steal money.
Yeah, that's why he doesn't. He's overwhelmed. He can't pronounce those numbers. See, is that when you let an idiot? Well, that's exactly what happened. That's what I'm saying. That was the excuse. I think I followed it that time. I followed the story. That's what I'm saying. So it is what it is. So we are a true reflection of.
Let's move on, Jerry. I don't tire for Nigeria matter. I beg. I was listening to this video too when Jonathan is saying some things about. I was like, what did you were there for 8 years now, bro?
What is he saying?
But everybody has his own style of leadership. But I mentioned to that person that even if you read through the history of West Africa, you see that kingdoms rise and fall. And you hardly get, from the same kingdom, you hardly get two leaders that will do the same thing. One leader, one king, powerful king will come and build the empire. Sometimes a weak king will come and the empire will even go. But then this empire continues to endure. So King Clark has done his best. It's left for us to believe in his own vision for life and his own philosophy. When my good friend Michael Zakome spoke, he talks about the issue of one-party states. And when you listen to the news, go through the show media, that's one thing that on an occasion like this, probably one need to. Yes, one-party states, countries have managed one-party states. Yes, one-party state may not be an evil after all, because Julius Nyerere of Tanzania used one-party states to stabilize his country in their early days of independence. He felt that his country has, just like Nigeria, too many tribes and tongues, two principal religions, Christianity and Islam. If he allowed multi-parties, some parties would toe the lines of religion, some would toe the lines of tribes, and unity would be difficult. But it was properly planned, it was not by accident. If we must, as a nation, go one path, then it must be designed, it must be planned by experts, and we know what we are going in for. But if we come through the back door by political manipulation, then we're heading to crisis.
No, that's not what so. You know, say many of those PDP governors are defecting back to APC.
APC, yes.
Right? So he's saying that their move is like they are trying to establish a one-party state. Right? But, bro, you were there for 8 years.
No. I think he's saying that the presidency is manipulating those people too.
Yes.
No, it was there for 8 years. You know how Nigerian politicians are. Everybody wants to be on the side of
Power.
Side of power. Yeah, that's what it. I don't think it's manipulation. For me, I don't think so. I don't think that's what it is, because this guy just want to be on the good side of power. That's it. And our politicians, they've always moved from one party to another.
Every time. Yeah.
The only person that has never changed party, that is in power that I know,
Is who?
is Tinubu. He's the one that has never defected to any party ever before. So if he's speaking on these things, he's saying they're manipulating. They're not manipulating them. It is just it is in DNA of our politician. That's who they are. They always like to they move around a lot, and if they are moving to
Ole ni wọ́n jàre ọgbọ́n ole náà
yeah,
ole náà ni
it's their
ọgbọ́n ole
interest.
ni his personal interest.
personal interest, they don't
interest.
care. They don't care about.
Anyway, I'm tired of Nigerians discussion. What's up with you saw the whole trending story of your brother
Who is my brother?
Akon?
Akon. I think we talked about Akon the last time. What do you
We
want?
we did not. We were supposed to, but we couldn't.
Well,
But I do know in South Africa, white people don't have it as good as white people have it in America. South,
Okay, I don't think this is it.
no, I actually watched the full.
You saw the full interview.
So what they did was, in the full interview, they didn't put the part that he said he created Afrobeat. No, they didn't put it. I think they used that as a clickbait. You understand what I'm saying?
They didn't put that part. I mean, they went to remove it later when they saw the backlash.
That's what I'm saying. Wait.
but I do
The
know
full
in South
video,
Africa,
they didn't
white
put,
people don't have it as
They didn't
good
put it the way
as
he
white
said
people have it
it.
in
He might have said it that way,
South Africa
and he
is
told
probably
them,
the one
"Oh,
place in Africa that
this
was
is what I'm
able
trying to say."
switch
So they
the
retracted.
table.
So, but before they do
Well,
that,
white
they
folks
need.
didn't
Don't
do it.
forget, most of the things you see online is clickbait. So
Yes.
I believe they did that purposely, especially the guys who, because if they didn't do it purposely, why didn't they put it on in the full episode itself? It wasn't the words were different from the full episode. It wasn't. It didn't say it that way. Yes. Because because I watched the full video. He said he's not. He can't take credit for bringing Afrobeats to America, but he helped. He was part of.
Oh,
it.
that's what he said.
That's exactly what he said.
But that's not what we heard, though.
Yes. You see, don't worry. You know that he might have said
What is that video now? I still
the one they posted that caused it black. He said it. He might have said it in the video, and later on, tell those guys that, okay,
Yeah, say
don't put this part. I think the better word is this and this. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But because they know that that's what will draw traction, right?
So they used
They
it.
use that one to get people's attention. Yeah, I watched the full.
So he corrected himself because this is the one that I know. This is the one.
2008 was my last official album.
This is not the one I watched.
And then I was producing the music for the World Cup in 2010.
For FIFA, yes.
Went to South Africa, and then from there I ended up landing in Nigeria. And what we created in Nigeria was what you see now and hear as Afrobeats, right? So Wizkid was the first artist that we signed back in 2008. We went to go work with him and Banky W in Nigeria, and then from there we just started developing acts like P Square, and I mean you name it. I mean the
How does it feel to know? Because now you've opened the door for all of this African music that we now embrace.
Right.
And these kids who know who Burna Boy is.
Right.
How does that feel to know you just opened up that door?
Again, it's the road God put me in.
It's
I
the
just
road
feel like
God
I'm a
put
beacon
you
for
in.
somebody's
Wait.
success. I don't know who's it gonna be, but
from what
everything
the
we've touched so
interviewer
far has
said,
been really
like, he opened
successful,
the
and I'm
doors.
appreciative.
When he said
Well,
open
God
the
bless you.
the influence,
He said, Remo, like hell.
No.
You like hell. He said, what we created
No, wait.
is the Afrobeat you listen to.
Wait.
Right.
Hold on.
Don't do that.
Hold
Don't be
on.
biased.
The way American analyze their words is different from the way we
Is he
understood.
American?
Come on, this nigga is from New Jersey.
Who is from New Jersey?
He's from New Jersey.
He said he always says he's from Senegal. He's from Senegal.
But
don't give him an excuse, Jai.
I'm not giving him an excuse.
What he said was trash.
I think what he meant was he was part of the vehicle at the time because
Yeah, he is.
yeah, I think that's what he wanted to say.
But that's not what he said.
But you know there are two interviews. The other one,
This one, I watched this one.
No,
and
I'm
I
not
just
talking
played
about
it
this
for
one.
you. What he said is what he created is what made Afrobeat what it is today. That is what he said. He just said, take it to play for him.
Wait, that's not what he. I see.
How you can you say that's not what he meant?
Wait. I've listened to African Americans a lot, especially when they do interviews. Sometimes
See what sexist he wrote. He said, Akon. How many times is that called you?
Okay, but to be very in 2008, 2010, it wasn't Afrobeat. It was Nigerian music, African sound. That's what it was. It wasn't in Afrobeat at the time.
What are you talking about?
And also,
what are you talking about?
See, and also,
What do you mean by it's not Afrobeat?
it wasn't Afrobeat.
2013.
No. You just name it. You people, you just name it Afrobeat a few years ago. It wasn't Afrobeat then. It was just Nigerian music. And also in 2008, 2009, 2010 that he's talking about, it's one of those international superstars that came into Nigeria to do music with our guys. In other words,
see, we are not taking that.
Yeah, we are.
Yes,
the doors.
No,
so I believe who was
he tapped in. He tapped in.
tapped
He
in
know
what?
that this is a new trend, and he tapped in.
He tapped in
but
what?
we're not saying.
Do you know how big
we're not
was
saying
Ghana
he didn't
is?
make his impact.
Come on, man, bro.
He made his impact.
No.
But you shouldn't say he's the one that created it. That's my own problem.
Don't say he tapped in.
He tapped in. Nijo.
Akon was one of the biggest superstars in the world at 2008.
Yeah,
it doesn't mean Nigeria
because he's superstar. That doesn't.
I don't believe
that doesn't mean he didn't tap in. He tapped in.
Tap into. He didn't tap into.
He tapped into the sound.
What sound?
Afrobeat. He tapped in.
But somebody was giving features to your guy. Say he tapped in. He doesn't need you people at the time. What are you saying, man? Did you forget Akon came to do a show in Africa? Do you know how big Akon was at the time? See, it's just a word might be
tapped
different.
in. He saw it that this is a new sound. This is going to be big, and he wants to be part of it, and he was part of it. And I'm not taking that flower away from him. I respect him for what he did. He opened doors.
So who else?
Especially when it comes to international doors. But don't forget you.
Who else?
Don't forget.
Who else?
No, the point is,
What
boys
point?
have been grinding. Nigerians
In
have been
Africa.
going on tour, international tours.
What's international? What do you mean international tour? You mean doing events in Ghana?
What are you saying?
Where?
When was first P-Square show in America? Google it.
When was first Wizkid?
Go and check now.
Wait.
Check when was the band show in America.
Wait. Don't forget America.
Because Wizkid.
Wait. P-Square first biggest.
I'm not even sure
Wait,
who first tapped in between Snoop Dogg and this guy.
It was this guy. It was him.
Wait,
Let me tell you something.
let me Google it. I'm not even going to agree.
No need for Google. No need to
I'm
Google.
going to Google.
See, the biggest show that P-Square did international outside Nigeria in Europe was in London around the time Wizkid was coming up. I think 2010 or whatever, or 2011. Akon is talking about 2008, bro. That's 3-4 years before that time. In Africa, in Kineo, yes, you can say that. In Africa, P-Square were grinding. P-Square were filling up stadiums. Were they filling up stadiums in America?
They were filling up stadiums. They were already doing international shows.
No.
They were not filling stadium in America, but they've been doing club shows in America. They've been touring America.
When was the first time they came to America to do
That's
that?
what I'm saying. Go and check.
When? Google it now, bro. What are you saying, man? It was in 2011 or thereabouts. Or 2010. As at the time, I'm talking about. See, I have a landmark for this. The landmark was when Wizkid was just coming up, when they were doing a show in London. In I think it was Smith or other these big people that were doing the show then in London. Then that was fucking 2010, 2011. It wasn't 2008. It was not. Bro, come on? Let's be factual about this. Akon was.
I'll check it for you now. I'm not saying Akon did not do his part.
So he's talking about 2008.
But Akon should not come here and tell us what he created is what is Afrobeat today. That's a wrong choice of word.
I think what he meant was he was part of the vehicle.
They should have just said, I'm part of the vehicle.
Oh yeah, what did they say?
P-Square makes his first American tour, Vanguard News, 2010.
2010. Akon was talking about 2008, 9, 10.
So did he bring them to America?
No, he didn't say he brought them to America.
So what is he saying?
He didn't say he brought them to America.
But this what I'm saying is before Akon came,
he already came.
Afrobeat was big already.
Yeah, of course.
So that's something what they were creating.
No. Internationally. Outside Africa, no.
Afrobeat was not big in 2008 internationally.
Wait.
It was big.
Wait.
Maybe not as big as it is now, but it was big. People know Afrobeat.
See, we only have one place at that time. Don't forget I'm still of the game. I know these things. We only have one place apart from Africa that time.
London.
Yes, only London.
Is London local?
Only London. And all thanks to the people, all them DJ Abbas, them those ones weren't doing shows. They were making music. I'm talking about the people who were promoting the music. We're talking about the people who the promoters now.
Yeah, shout out to Ayoshonaya, shout out to
all those
shout out to Adasi.
All those guys. Don't forget that London has always been like a second Lagos for a long time. But if you're talking about American exposure and all of that,
yes, that was later.
We didn't have it in 2000.
I agree. I agree to that. I agree to that. But what I'm saying is, don't use the word create.
Yeah. That is a wrong choice of word. I don't think that's what
don't
you
do
meant.
that.
But
Don't
in
do that.
2000,
I like you too much.
Akon was one of those. We didn't have nobody.
I'm a Fonteliko.
No, I don't think that's what he meant. You know what I'm saying? So, but you know, it was part of those.
What's up with all this Wizkid tour being cancelled? I'm just seeing the news today.
Well, I have my own opinion. I've said it on this pod before. I said nobody. It's not even about what I said. See, we've been living in America for many years now. How many artists in America releases an album and goes on stadium tours just after releasing the album? Even the biggest artists that they have here in the last 10 years, Drake doesn't do it after every album. No. You understand what I'm saying? These guys have Wizkid has performed in most of those cities that he wanted to do an arena tour from. This is where I think we're getting it wrong. Afrobeat is a new thing, right?
To water down.
Yeah. Can we continue to sell stadiums with with artists that has done it before? I don't think so. Like I said it on the pod. I've said it before. I'm like, the only Nigerian artist that can go to watch twice at the stadium arena. The only person that can go to watch twice is Burna Boy. It's Burna Boy.
So you think he finished the war or are you right?
It could have planned this tour. Don't forget that. I think it's low ticket sales. Don't forget he planned this same tour last year, 2 years ago.
Last year, I think
it was stadium. Then he changed it to just small arenas. It still eventually cancelled. But now he wanted to do the same MSG, this, that. I don't know the reason why this is cancelled. But generally speaking, tickets are not even selling in America. They just cancelled. Bobby Schmada for selling 10 tickets. I tell you, man. You know what I'm saying? Even and also another thing that we need to understand is this. I don't know how what Nigerians think they are. Nigerian artists, who they think they are. You understand what I'm saying? These guys, we don't promote our stuff. We don't promote our tours. We don't put enough effort into it. For example,
they do it to their audience though.
They do it to their audience. Come on, man. For example, in the last Chris Brown last 3 albums, he will hawk those albums on his head. Like he promote that album every night and day. This guy wanted to do Mariah tour. I didn't even see so much effort from him promoting the album.
He doesn't put effort in anything.
You understand?
I think he's tired of ease that he's
not gonna work anymore.
He doesn't go hard when it comes to promotion. And he's always, maybe there's a team in place to do that for him, but him personally,
it's not about him. You know what I'm saying?
This boy will release song. He no go push him. He no go even post. He go connect award. He no go post. He go do. Maybe he's trying to. I don't know what to call it.
He's living in the past because there's always an era. The era that worked is their era, which is 2010 to probably before COVID. Doesn't work anymore right now. Well, I say that to say that none of Nigerian artists is as big as Chris Brown can fill up stadium that Chris Brown can fill up in America. None. And the way he promotes his music, when he has a project out, he promotes his music it goes all out like he's an upcoming. The only person that had the same drive when it comes to promotion out of all of them in their era is Davido. Burna Boy doesn't go that hard on promoting his music. Come on, man. The reason why Wizkid was able to fill up all those stadiums, MSG, those years was because of the big hit song that he has.
Essence. That's the first time they'll be seeing him.
You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, that's the reason. Now you need another reason for Americans to come out and spend money on you. Don't forget that MSG is in DMV area. It's in New York, right? But both people from Maryland, from all those tri-states,
all of them
have access to come. Even if, for example, you can't fill up Toyota Center in Houston, which is just people in Houston or people that are basically in Houston, Texas, and Houston, Dallas, and Austin that can come in that area. You should be able to do that. You understand?
Yeah.
It tells you that not just him not promoting the show as much.
So it's because there's no big song as
you don't have a hit song. Come on,
He doesn't have a hit song.
do regular Smart Arena and move on with it, man. Come on, man. Because what sells are stadiums. Come on, even for Chris Brown, for Drake, for whoever, what sells? It is their song, it's catalog, and also it also has.
He has the catalog though.
It's
Maybe not the big song at this time, which I think he can. I mean, he has a new project coming up. So
one new project, or he just had a project that he didn't promote. He didn't push as hard as I think he should.
I mean,
or
yeah,
maybe he's dealing with
same
internal
with
issues. Nobody, but that's the excuse that people are making for him. Me, I'm not gonna make that excuse for him because you've made that excuse for the last tour. Like that, they did before they canceled it, they reduced it. Like for example, the one they were supposed to do in Houston, was supposed to do, I think it was 2000, that they reduced it to 713 hall or something before they eventually canceled it when his mom died. You know what I'm saying? But now you chose Toyota Center and we canceled everything. You know what I'm saying? That tells you that. I mean, I think it's low ticket sales turnout, low sales. And what drives low sales? Two things. People just don't think they want to come and spend their money on you. I want to believe 70-80% of Americans are Nigerians living in America or Africans living in America will be thinking the same way I'm thinking. I don't think these guys give their all when it comes to performance. The only reason why I said Burna Boy will be the only artist I will go twice to watch to pay my
craft
is the way
he go hard on the craft.
Yeah, he go hard on his performance,
yeah.
his sound. You know, he give those songs some kind of new life to it. You know what I'm saying? The last time Wizkid was in Houston, I was there. Even though he performed with they were live band, but they still played. It was still
Miami.
Yeah, DJ and
behind.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So nobody.
Americans don't even like to pay for that.
Yeah, they you know what I'm saying? You get me. So and also generally speaking, I don't think everybody is hitting everybody hard these days. Nobody. America too is hard. The economy, your president is cutting all the tariffs and all that. Who wants to now go and use the hard money to go and watch a Wizkid, you know? And another part of it that we're not taking serious, that people might not think is important, but I think it is the competitive aspect, the hate, and if I'm following this wave, you're falling down, we are enemy part of with the fans. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget that collectively, Afrobeat became what it is right now. Especially since it was even before COVID started buzzing in America, let's say from like 2016, 2017, because at that time it was even Davido for it was 2017 during If and For 2017. At that time we are all united, we are pushing with one voice. That's why these guys were listening to us. Now we don't have that one voice anymore. Everybody's now team.
There's no FC.
Yeah,
there's
team.
No
this one.
Star,
That's not even bad. We can be team, but now we're not antagonizing each other. What this one does, you know, you say this cannot do it. Now we are about. We're not. The fans are not really about the craft anymore. They are about who is the first person that broke this record. Can this one break this record? It's not about records. It's about. They're talking about numbers. Let's leave that aside. We are not promoting collectively the way we should. Even the artists themselves are not. They are leaving it all into their fans' hands to make all the noise, to join it, and the hate is too much. You know, they are antagonizing each other. You know, Africans we're supposed to be pushing with one voice. We're not. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're doing.
It stopped.
We're not doing that. So I think that's part of the issues, or part of the things that I think is actually is making is happening. That's what's going on right now. Because when you keep having low turnout ticket sales, they'll cancel your tour.
Of course, yes, of course.
It is what it is.
Nobody's going to come now. Huh?
And it's not just even this partnership. This guy should have known. Do you know that even it affected Afro Nation last year? I don't think they've not made an announcement for Afro Nation this year in America. They've not, because people are getting tired of. You know what I'm saying? There's no the
last year was Detroit, no?
Yeah, it was Detroit. 2 years ago was Detroit, and I think they did one in Miami 2 years ago. You know, it's slow. It's gradually dropping. You know, instead of doing 2 venues, now it's a venue. I think we're losing our our shock value, our charm that we and we need to go back to creating music, good music, because it's music that got us this far. It is the music that we have. It is the sound that we have. You know, now all our sound is being modernized. For example, I'm not saying this is bad, but I think these are part of the things. These are part of the issues. The moment Burna Boy sampled Tony Braxton, and everything goes like that. You understand? Everything go haywire and boom, and the song blew up all over the world. Do you listen to all the Nigerian songs that were released this year? All of them has an American sample. Come on, man. So if it's not surprise, there's no surprise to you anymore.
But it's not necessarily a bad thing, though.
Yeah, but you can't keep doing that. Okay, let me give an example. One of our last biggest hit from Africa was Rema Baby Calm Down. There's no sample on it. Before that, we had Essence. Before Essence, we had even the only song that we had, the only Burna Boy song that that's his biggest song, Last. It was only Burna Boy that did it. That's what I'm saying. Don't forget that organically we have these songs that we created ourselves, even though the production is being influenced by it. But because that one worked, maybe Last made so much money more than what Essence made. That's why everybody, because I believe it is because they're looking at the number, that's why everybody's just rushing. Like for example, I like this Era Star song. It's the one that the song that he featured Wizkid. But I don't think
this is the Diallo song.
I don't think that Diallo sample is in there on that song. Personally, I don't think so. Even with
No.
I don't think so.
No. So if you listen to the strings, right, they actually use Diallo's.
Is it? They should have stopped.
They use
what is Diallo?
Right,
Come on, why
so
the
they now
lyrics?
use the lyrics to. I
Come on.
I don't think that's. I think it's the producer. Actually, the producer.
Yeah. There's no problem with it. What I'm saying is, what got us here?
Yes.
It is our
Originality
that got us here. No, not samples of these guys that got us here. Now we're not in the.
We're not riding on their.
We're not riding on. We're not. Everybody's not doing samples. Look at the song to Wasabi released too. A good song. Has Tama. I'm into you. And there's a lot of songs like that people are just now. We're just sharing this money. The money that is supposed to go into, you know, that, like for example, all the royalties that they probably have made or they made from Rema Calm Down is all 100%, except and putting that girl on it, Selena Gomez on it, was just to appeal.
No, new fan base.
That's it.
That was a good move.
That was a good move, but the song doesn't have sample. You only has a feature on it. I didn't understand what I'm saying. It's different. Like for example, even the Akon thing that we're talking about, when Akon was in Nigeria, coming to Nigeria collaborating, the only thing we were gaining apart from the only thing that we were gaining from him was him being on P Square's song. You know, he did a song. It was on Wizkid, one of Wizkid's song, a remix of Don't Doll. I think one of the songs like that. That was a feature, not sample. Now we don't do the feature anymore. Now we're not sampling. And from what Burna Boy said on Last, he said Tony Braxton's publishing got 80% or whatever. Yeah. They're even getting more. So you're making their song more popular. You're getting more.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even think by the time he recorded that song, he anticipated that it was going to be that big. I think it was just a sound that he likes and he worked on it. And you know Nigerians, once pure water they say like this, everybody starts to produce.
So we need to get back to the music.
Go back to the originality. And meanwhile, that brings me to this point that I want to say a big shout out to my man. I think he has a project coming up.
Yo,
Seriously?
You hear this? It is crazy.
Lagos to Birmingham.
Yeah.
The project.
He lives in the UK now.
Ricky. Okay. See, only perform low gidi.
di Seriki Morire. Ó fẹ́ lọ ṣe BBN ìdí oníke kó wá ṣèdí oníke ó lè fight tó díke kàkà kí fún ẹ lówó yẹn màá lọ fi origin oníke. You just dey catch the old shift, you no get time to relax. You get money but good sex, common na wetin you lack. NSC dey for my system, condom plenty for my bag. I no want relationship, I just want make we just dey knack. I get many bitches, now you they give me joy. I don't be Didi, I get like 1,000 baby oil. Èmi ò lè gba Ketra, kí tún sanwó DJ. Fọmọ tí ó ṣetán láti fún Seriki ní BJ. Èmi ò kí kọ́ máa kó sáà mi ò ṣe Congolese. London girls gbádùn ní spaghetti bolognese.
Hey.
You don't like my face, you like my long knees. UK girls won't use my balls, they play long tennis. Mo gbé lọ sí Sainsbridge, mo tún gbé lọ Asda. A ṣe shopping tán, mo wá lọ ṣe nínú Mazda. Ọmọ ọdún torí ẹ̀pẹ̀ gan mi tí n bá sọ fún yín pọ́jọ́ mẹ́ta ló fi
Like meh. Seriki na bastard, I say. Now that brings me to something, right? I think it was last week. Myself and Ajasa, we were having a conversation. Ajasa said, "See, we need to define the difference between Afro pop and Afrobeat." Do you want to go there? I think this Seriki just did. You know, still a sample beat, but Afro pop.
Yeah, it was just rapping now. It's rap song.
But if I want to categorize what he just did, is hip hop.
It's hip hop, yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. But because of the African, the linguistic, you know, and the delivery, the kind, I'll put it on the Afro pop. I think this part should be removed from Afrobeat.
Well, so many parts should be removed from Afrobeat.
But don't forget that. We need to dissect this Afrobeat to some more classified genre.
But don't forget that these guys, I'm talking about the people that everybody is now moving towards, which is the American market. They're not going to give us 3, 4, 5 genres from Africa. They're only going to give us one,
which is Afrobeat.
Afrobeat.
But we can fight for it.
That is what I'm saying. What I'm saying in essence is the moment everybody knows that, yeah, Afrobeat is popping. Everybody wants to do Afrobeat in America. Nobody does. Most of these guys doesn't do shows in Africa anymore. For example, let's go back. Let's get back to it. Wizkid released an album. I don't think he promoted the album at all in Nigeria, in Africa. They want to come and do tour in America because they know that the dollar, the money they're going to pay them here is. So you're neglecting your other markets. We have bigger markets in Africa. So promoting your album in America, even Burna Boy's last album, promoting your album in America for American markets as good as promoting it for the European market, as well as promoting it for African market. I think what these guys are not doing, they're not chasing the big doors, which is the dollar. Don't forget, America is still finished. They can't come and see you twice. So what we should have done is hold all our ground, not leave a particular ground and hold on, and everybody start looking towards America. For example, if you look at these guys, how many shows are these guys putting on their, even publicizing on their platform?
They don't.
They don't.
Even shows that they were paid for.
For example, Wizkid has posted is performing in California Hollywood Bowl, and this month. Oh no, next month. I've seen it posted on his story 4 or 5 times. But he was booked for a show in Africa. Which means we've neglected Africa. But even when said it, he said they should leave all these numbers that they're talking about being number 1 on Africa. That the real numbers is in, this is where everybody is catching up their real numbers. Like for example, when is having his private listening tonight.
Yeah.
In New York.
Shout out to Bono.
It's happening in New York.
Yeah. Shout out to Bono.
I'm not saying they shouldn't do it in New York. That's what I'm saying. When you do the one in New York, you have another private listening in
Lagos.
Not even Lagos, in South Africa, for example. They won't do it. Everybody's chasing after the dollar. Come on, man. And when these guys now decide to not to buy your ticket, then they'll start canceling shows. Start canceling shows. Yeah, I get it. I understand it. There's more money here. I understand it. But what I'm saying is, that's why I love Davido's concept of promoting. He promotes in Nigeria, he promotes in Africa, he still promotes here. You understand what I'm saying? You don't appeal to you don't now stay in a new market because you get a new market and you leave your stronghold. That's exactly what these guys are doing. You understand what I'm saying? Imagine even Wizkid wanted to do Mariah album tour in stadiums in America. I don't think he did any Mariah tour in Africa. And man, that doesn't say that he spent time in Nigeria and London, right? Yeah, I think he did some in London. He did do in Nigeria. Not that I'm aware of. He did do in South Africa. Even if there is no, because those are the markets that we are in before. Don't forget, as of 2015, 2014, these guys, Burna Boy, Wizkid, were having huge song in South Africa. You understand what I'm saying? In East Africa. You understand what I'm saying? We're ignoring this place. You don't go and do promotional tour in these places just because you have an album. Because Kenya, for example, is a stone throw from Nigeria. What I'm saying is, these guys have left their stronghold. It's only the video that I've seen, photo ops, that he went to a Nigerian radio station, Sound City and the rest of them, to promote his album. He even attended Eddie's just for promotion on his album. The way he did in France, he did in America. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of times we need to go back to what we used to do, which is our music, how we promote our music, what got us here, how we actually really get here. Because this guy signed you guys on I don't know if it's a record deal or a marketing deal, but you now ignore everything else. They will promote you here. Haven't you noticed the pattern that they're promoting Nigerian artists now? Haven't you noticed when they release song? Haven't you noticed they post it on Shade Room, Hollywood's on Lord, and that's it. Breakfast Club. That's it. Yeah. All our traditional blogs that we used to know, like the Not Just KG, KG, those ones go and grab it from death. I don't think this guy sent to them. So we've ignored those ones. They think they are on the next level.
Yeah, they just meant their.
If the Hollywood unlock,
just fucking with dollars.
Yeah, if the Hollywood unlock the whatever that they're promoting this shit on works, Wizkid's tour should have been cancelled. That's not gonna sell you ticket.
True.
That's not gonna sell you ticket. You've let your song strong go. It's not gonna sell you ticket. That is why, for example, do you know that I think last month Ashake was in Dallas in a club, club appearance or performance, whatever the fuck it is. And I know the reason why he did that. He will not. I don't think Ashake will come to Houston and go to a club because he sold Toyota Center last time, but he wasn't able to. I don't think he was able to do an arena show in Dallas. That's another way of appealing to a market, a city that you've never been, that you've never sold big arenas. Do you understand what I'm saying? You can do all of that. At least show different appearances here and there. You understand what I'm saying? These guys don't do it. They all wait. Wizkid, when last you see Wizkid at any event or whatever? But you see his photo ops at Three Palace. Three Palace 10, 15 times. You understand what I'm saying? No. Which is not bad. But promote when you have a
when
new
it's
project,
time for the work, do the work.
Promote your stuff. Regardless, promote. It's not even about his song. The way this guy Chris Brown promotes his music, his album. That's my. I always look at it like he promotes like as if it's an upcoming. Chris Brown promotes to the point that he will now end up releasing a deluxe version. Putting more songs and pushing it out. That's what I'm saying. Where does Chris Brown promote? Chris Brown is one of the most hated people in the American music scene. They don't even put him on big platform that he's supposed to use. But he's using social media. He uses all the avenue that he has
to push
himself. He pushes himself every day. Our Nigerian artists, especially Wizkid, will release an album and we just leave it there. Expect the fans.
I think if they are able to see the big picture and see where they are right now and where Afrobeat is going, I think they will sit tight because the rain cannot go for too long anymore.
Yeah, the next person that is
the new
boys,
they are here already. So
even those ones too. Even Rema, I hope Rema will put as much effort that he puts into his American tour into his project, and put it and do the same in Africa. But these guys don't see. It's like you're breaking new grounds and you're leaving your stronghold. They are not supposed to actually really go physically to to promote their stuffs in Africa, but at least have a team that does these things. You know what I'm saying? For example, if you're in Nigeria, come on, what stops you from not promoting your album in a neighboring country or other African countries? You know what I'm saying? But because this is where the dollar is. Yeah. And we go to where the money is, you know what I'm saying? But America will not come to watch your medical performance twice, pay their added money, unless you're doing a free show. Yeah. Even if you're doing a free show, they will never come and waste their time, even if it's a free show. Nobody will.
Anyway, shout out to everybody. Shout out to shout out to Rema, shout out to Bona, shout out to David, shout out to everybody carrying the torch of Afrobeat. I hope you guys enjoy this episode, and we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Boys, we want to talk. Nobody's going to buy their ticket. We should launch it. I don't promote anything. I don't share my.
What is your nonsense, though?
Our council will talk.